Hey guys, welcome back to Idiots in Vaporwave Hell. This is Hero. We're trying to explain to him why this person is not a ghost.
This person's standing in front of him.
Yeah, and we're using physical evidence to prove why this person isn't a ghost. It's
Kyoko.
We're in a place.
Oh, geez, man. You don't know women, huh? They're complicated like that.
If anyone doesn't know women, it's you.
Oh, sick burn, Hina. Well, Kyoko, any thoughts?
Those gloves were custom made to the size of my hands to make sure they don't interfere with my daily life. If I wore fake nails, the gloves wouldn't fit properly.
Then that's that. The dead body doesn't belong to the living person speaking with us right now. Which should have been obvious since she's standing right there. Yeah, Byakuya really is the player character. He's obsessed with it being a game. He says it like it is. He's wrong all the time.
And he has lots of ladies.
Yeah.
Player character.
Ooh, yeah, that's player one.
Yeah.
Okay, so then who's the real victim? First, we need to figure that out.
That's the first thing I said. You're the one who's been dragging us around in circles. Before anything, we have to identify the victim.
Yeah, tattoo.
Everything starts from there.
The tattoo.
All right. Oh, they're giving us all
Sprinklers,
threesies.
Exploded body, tattoo on the right
Tattoo. And remember, we can grab things.
Yeah.
If Kyoko really is still alive, then who died?
There's got to be some way to figure it out. I don't think so. The face was scorched behind all recognition.
That's true. Oh, sorry, I keep reading that X. X is like my default reload, so.
And there wasn't any description on the Monokuma file. Well, if we can't identify the body...
We can, though. Then there's nothing else we could do, right? I think that's the one where we do the right
You think
hand.
tattoo on the right hand? Yeah, okay.
Tattoo on the right hand,
And
yeah.
the one thing that can tell us was on the victim's own body.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Cool. Blah, 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 blah.
Can't identify...
Yeah, we can. That's wrong.
Counter.
Hina, you're not the smartest tool in the shed, but that's okay.
I'm not a tool.
There was one clue left behind that we can use to identify the body.
Girl, you a hoe.
Oh, for real? If you're lying, you'll die a cruel and unusual death.
A cruel and unusual death? This I gotta see.
Jesus.
She's just being stupid. Ignore them, Makoto. Tell us what you're talking about.
The key to figuring out who it was is the tattoo on the back of her hand.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. The design's pretty strange, huh? Is this a dog?
Yes.
Her master must have made her get it to be like, you're my bitch.
Whoa. Seriously? They really did something that humiliating? What?
No, that's not it. The identity of the victim is hidden within that tattoo.
Wow, really?
If you compare the tattoo to the other information we have, the victim's identity should become clear.
The furry code.
Yeah, exactly. The other information is the report, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
the top. Yeah,
the
that
profile?
one. Yeah, I would say so.
All right. Got it!
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Fenrir Mercenary Corps. That's the name of the military group Mikuro Ikusaba belonged to.
Okay, so...
To show they're a member of the team, each soldier that joins the squad would get a tattoo representing Fenrir somewhere on their body. It seems like a weird thing, especially if they have to go undercover for a mission. They have a thing that marks them as a mercenary.
Yeah. Fenrir?
Image that represents Fenrir is...
Dog.
Oh my god, we have to do a... okay, it's the Hangman's Gambit.
Okay.
Okay. Is it just DOG?
A
Please
dog.
be just DOG.
Yeah, oh god, that'd be hilarious. Oh, it's wolf. Close.
Okay.
Oh. Oh.
What?
No. Yo.
Yeah. Ooh,
Yow.
Yeah.
Easy.
Boom, record time. Call me the
So
Spelling
good.
Bee,
Here we-
starring Jerry Seinfeld.
Every time they say B, I win a trial.
The B movie, except that every time you say B, a student dies. The representation of Fenrir is a wolf.
Fenrir, the wolf of Ragnarok. It's from Norse mythology, a huge, world-ending wolf beast. He's the child of the trickster god Loki and a female giant.
Oh man, after all this, we finally get a glimpse of the literally all-star.
Literary, you dummy.
Blah, blah, blah.
A wolf tattoo? Then that means...
Exactly. The body we found had a tattoo of a wolf, which means that person must have once belonged to Fenrir. So it must have been Mukudo.
What?
Hold on. Isn't she the one that was behind this whole thing?
Ah, you sound
That scared
surprised.
me.
Yeah.
But you're absolutely right. Yes, indeed. The trial this time is to solve the murder of Mukudo Ikusaba.
What? Are you saying that the mastermind is dead and now we have to have a class trial?
No, it means that we were wrong in thinking that Mukudo was the mastermind at all.
Ooh.
But, I mean, being the ultimate despair seems like a pretty mastermindy title to me.
Maybe we shouldn't have been thinking of her as the ultimate despair in the first place. After all, looking at her profile, I didn't see anything that would fit such a description. All it said was that she was the ultimate soldier.
Or spy. She was
If I
hidden.
remember correctly, yeah. That
Yeah.
other information came from Kyoko. That's what you told Makoto, right?
I told him to search in my bed.
So that means Kyoko got it wrong?
Then, who was she? Who was Makoto Ikusaba? She's been gone this whole time, and when she finally turns up, she gets killed.
Usually when there's a scene where the most important character dies, there's a lot more detail.
So you're saying she wasn't an important character, which would mean she was the same as us, just another participant.
I mean, that's kind of fun writing, eh?
Yeah?
Then
I'm a
who's
fan
the
of that.
real mastermind?
It must be the Hope's Peak Academy headmaster after all. No, the headmaster had nothing to do with it.
But how can we trust that? We already know your information about Mukudo was wrong.
My information was not wrong.
Okay. We're in the middle of a trial right now. Figure out who killed Mukudo is first and foremost.
So I mean, she'd get ultimate despair title if she's the one who created the murder classroom that we found, right?
Oh, so she would take...
She murdered an entire class, and people were like, "Uh-oh."
So her title changed.
Yeah.
She had PTSD.
Please limit all future prattle, chatter, and chit-chat as much as possible.
We're getting close to the real thing now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
fine. Uncovering the identity of the mastermind will have to wait. But remember this. No matter what happens, we will find out who you really are. I stake my family name on it.
Togami.
I have officially decided to completely ignore all such attempts at provocation. Now then, just so nobody's confused, let me state this one more time for the record. The reason we're having a class trial is because a murder among the students has taken place. Hammer that point straight into your big old brains.
What you're saying is that both the victim and the culprit are part of the student body.
Then, one of us killed Makoto?
Wait, no, there's a chance that there's some mystery 17th person who's been hiding all along.
Shut your mouth.
Nope, there are only 16 students in total that have been taking part in these events. You are a fool. Seriously? Then one of us killed Makoto?
Who did it? Who was the killer this time?
Get a hold of yourself. We already narrowed down the list of possible suspects.
Huh?
I'm sure you realize who I'm talking about, right? Makoto, who the evidence points to? Based on what I can think, only two suspects. Us and Kyoko, right? 'Cause we're the
Yeah.
ones who don't have a
Kyoko.
alibi.
Right.
Yeah. Got it.
Me.
I did it. You've
I
narrowed
made
it down
this.
to Kyoko and me, right?
Why do you say that?
Allow me to explain. Just after nighttime last night, I went to the garden, so I can confirm that at that point there was no dead body there. So the murder must have taken place after I left the garden. However, Hiro, Toko, and Hina and I were in the gym the entire time.
The gym?
That's right, the four of us were there trying to dismantle Monokuma. The whole time we were very careful not to go anywhere alone. We even went to the bathroom in pairs. All of which is to say, the four of us all have alibis. The only ones without alibis...
Are me and Makoto. That's why you're able to narrow down the list of suspects.
Exactly so. So the only suspects now are me and Kyoko. Damn it. I can't let this stand. Somehow I have to clear my name. I have something I'd like to say regarding the whole alibi thing. Are you thinking of raising an objection? Well, before that, I just want to try to get a better look at, get a better idea of what time the murder took place. Doing that might reveal some kind of clue. Whatever you want. Somebody go ahead and help him out.
Oh, me and Byakuya can both confirm that the body wasn't in the garden at, well, it was after it's after nighttime for sure. I'd say it must have been around 10 o'clock. So the murder must have happened after 10 p.m.
Then I guess we can say that the time frame for the murder was between then and when we found the body. Oh, but what time did we find the body?
The one who saw the body first was Toko, right? When she went to go get to the pickaxe,
What time is it?
9 o'clock.
Boom. The body must have been discovered at 9 a.m., since that's when Toko went to get the pickaxe. Now then, Toko, what time is it? Oh, we already saw this.
It's 9.
It's 9 o'clock.
He's right. It had to be around then.
I wonder if like all these flashbacks are because early testers played this game and they didn't believe the writers that this happened. So they're like, oh my god, fine, we'll show the scene.
Show it again.
And they're like, oh, okay, you're not trying to trick us.
So we can totally believe, so we can totally be sure that the murder happened sometime between 10 at night and 9 in the morning.
For me, I was already asleep before nighttime hit, so I don't have an alibi after 10 o'clock. But I'm sure I met up with everyone else before 9 this morning.
We ran into each other in the dining hall, right? That was around... Oh, yeah, right around 7:30. I remember checking right before I went in, so I'm totally sure about it.
Which means from 10 p.m. to 7:30 a.m. you don't have an alibi.
The murder happened between 10 p.m. and 9 p.m., and I don't have an alibi
9
from 10 p.m. until 9 a.m. And I don't have an alibi from 10 p.m. until 7:30 a.m. Okay, then, it looks like the game has begun.
Finally, because we got past that whole is she a ghost thing.
Yeah, really, now that we've fucking finally got to like a base level of mystery here. If I can't provide an alibi for that period, then I just have to prove the murder didn't happen during the time I don't have an alibi. To do that, I have to make it clear when the body ended up in the garden. Okay.
Tarp? Is this when the tarp
Possibly,
comes in?
yeah.
No, tarp's
Or
not yet.
the wet, the sprinklers. Oh, yeah, so it definitely is. Oh, it's when the bomb went missing.
I don't
bet.
think we have enough yet to use that.
Oh, you might be right. We've already established a time frame for the murder. It took place somewhere between 10 o'clock at night and 9 o'clock in the morning.
Yep, and Makoto doesn't have an alibi for most of that time.
Yeah, from 10 o'clock to 7:30.
That's more than enough time to commit a murder, I should think. So Makoto, if you have any objections, now would be the time.
Look up what sprinkler... Oh,
Yeah, there's something that happens in the garden at the same time
So
every
it's
morning.
7:30.
Okay, yeah.
That's
the knockout
sprinklers.
7:30 with
Thinking
the
back,
sprinklers.
the corpse is almost totally dry.
Yeah.
Oh, it's
Which case-
handing you this.
They
Oh, yeah, in
they
which-
also said time a couple times.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
The last word was time.
In which case, I should be able to figure out when the body must have appeared in the garden. Okay, so do I hit with sprinklers or do I hit with body analysis?
Sprinklers.
Sprinklers?
It's
Okay.
7:30.
Sprinklers, yeah.
9 o'clock in the morning.
Well, that's when I speak.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Makoto doesn't have an alibi for most of that time.
Yeah, from 10 o'clock to 7:30.
This?
Shoot
Yes.
me.
No.
Oh. Come on, Makoto. Don't scare me like that. It makes me think something weird's going on.
Yeah, think about it one more time. There must be a contradiction in there somewhere. Time frame for the murder. Between 10 o'clock at night and 9 o'clock in the morning. Maybe we shoot 10 o'clock because, like, the sprinklers would have been gone on at that point.
What time do the sprinklers come on? Can we look up the? Can we look at the sprinkler information?
Yeah. Let's take a look here. Sprinklers. Sprinklers are programmed to come on every morning at 7:30, and the time is impossible to change. As such, it can be assumed that if the body had been in the garden before 7:30, it would have gotten wet.
Good
Yeah,
time.
so I think we need to shoot the 10 o'clock.
We
10 o'clock
don't
one?
have an alibi.
No, but we can prove that the body must have happened. It must have happened after 7:30 because, or we just have to shoot the 7:30 with the body analysis. Well, actually, here, let's see what the body analysis says.
Yeah.
Explosion has burnt the upper half of the body beyond recognition. Upper half of the body remained on fire and had to be extinguished. Because of this, the upper half was soaking wet while the bottom half remained dry. Yeah,
Try it?
yeah, I'm going to shoot 7:30 with the exploded body.
Yeah, I'll keep my eyes peeled for another option.
Yeah. All right. 10 o'clock at night. Yep. All right. So we'll try shooting.
Yeah, do it.
Nope. Yeah, it must have been the 10 o'clock. It must be the 10 o'clock thing.
Oh no!
All right. So
Oh no!
sprinklers.
10 o'clock
10 o'clock at night. Yep.
Okay.
All right. There we go. That's wrong. Eventually, the reasoning was kind of circuitous.
I don't get it.
Yeah, it's weird. Actually, the murder couldn't have happened anywhere near 10 o'clock. It had to have taken place way later.
Because
What makes you say that?
if it had taken place
Because it
at 10
was wet.
o'clock, it would have been wet.
Yeah, but the time frame he gives is from 10 to 9, so like technically that time frame's still right.
Yeah,
if it
I
took place
know.
at 7:31,
That's why
it's like
Exactly.
yeah, it's
Yeah.
weird. Because of the sprinklers in the garden. The sprinklers are set to go off right at 7:30 every morning, right? So if the body had been in the garden before 7:30, then it should have been completely soaked.
Hold on. I remember this part perfectly. The body was wet. Dripping wet, in fact. Oh, you
Sorry, Toko, but you're wrong.
You also got exploded.
I'm wrong. How? Are you saying only the mouth down... Oh,
Whoa, mouth down south.
What?
how dare you spew
Oh my
such
God.
indecent words. It's just...
You all right, Beth?
That's weird.
You
Why?
can tell she's the writer because she comes up with great phrases like that. Mouth down
Yeah.
south. I love it.
Should have given this voice to Mike.
Give it Toko's voice. Oh, God, yes.
The mouth down safe. Hey, yes.
No, I'm saying the body was wet, but not because of the sprinklers.
What do you mean? But denying the sprinkler, are you trying to deny my entire existence?
Yes, absolutely.
Oh man, you're totally wacko.
We had to talk you down from Ghost Girl, okay? So fucking get out of here.
Man, you wacko.
Shove your face in that curtain and wipe it off.
Is that cotton candy?
You really think it wasn't the sprinkler? You really better tell us why.
Need to prove that it wasn't the sprinklers that got the
To be
body
fair,
wet.
she was knocked out at the time that we poured water on her.
Yeah, she
Yeah, that's
exploded.
All I have to do is hit Toko with certain evidence, and that should do it. If you look at the body itself, that should make it clear. Okay,
This feels like the easiest trial so far.
maybe. It was just another... Oh, God.
Moment of truth.
One of these. All right. Dance to the beat, baby.
I would do her voices, but I don't want to mess up. I don't want to mess up Jeff's
I mean,
rhythm.
that's all right.
I'm right. You're wrong. I admit nothing. I hate
Are you just pushing A?
It's complicated. I'll
changes.
explain it when this is.
I like how the background of the trial this round matches this fun dance party floor.
Yes.
Yes.
Dance party floor.
There we go. Final strike.
How can you say it wasn't the sprinkler?
Boom.
Oh, my braids!
Oh.
Honestly, one of the more anticlimactic, like
Yeah.
shouting somebody down kind of
Yeah.
thing. Just remember what the body was like after the explosion. You'll see why it wasn't the sprinklers. The top half of the body was wet, yes, but the bottom half was completely dry. If the sprinklers got the body wet, shouldn't the whole body have been wet?
That's true. Sometimes when I'm half in the pool, like the bottom half of me gets wet, but the top is still dry because it's not underwater.
Thanks, Ina.
So, they only got the top wet, the bottom was completely dry? What a brutal maniac.
I'm so sick of her.
Let's just move on. The reason only the top half was wet was because...
She was on fire.
Yeah. While the body was still on fire, I doused it with water, but only the top part on fire. The top half. What? That's a weird sentence.
But only the part on fire, the top half.
I didn't douse the whole thing.
Oh, then I guess the sprinklers really didn't do it.
Yeah, you got exploded. You probably don't remember it. So if the sprinklers didn't get the body wet, then the murder must have taken place sometime after the sprinklers turned on
Not
at
true,
7:30 in the
Makoto.
morning.
Not true.
which means she must have been killed sometime between then and when the body was discovered at 9.
Not true.
What?
But Makoto's alibi was only missing from 10 o'clock last night to 7:30 this morning, right?
So there's no way Makoto could have done it. I guess you had an alibi after all. Good for you.
She was definitely moved, right?
Oh,
Weird
yeah. 100%.
duct tape time?
100%. In which case, the only one left without an alibi is Kyoko.
Coco.
Kyoko is the only one without an alibi, which would mean that Makoto's killer is... No, I refuse to believe it. Kyoko murdered someone? That's to save us, man.
I'd just like to say one thing.
Should we save?
Oh.
We should save.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, they're
should
making it
save.
very clear. If you vote for me and I die...
If you vote for me and I die here, the mystery of the school will stay hidden forever.
Okay, well, we definitely have to save her then.
Save.
Yeah.
Hey, Jeff, you know what you should probably do right now?
Should I scratch my chin?
Nah, not quite.
Should I double check to make sure that my savings deposit went through?
Oh, do you have one more thought, maybe?
What if I saved?
Oh, yes, boy.
Oh, that took too long to figure out what to do.
Call me hero.
Call you hero.
What?
All right. Which is why I can't let that happen.
Huh? So are you saying you're not the culprit?
Of course I'm not. I've no reason to kill anyone. This is a trap the mastermind has laid for us.
A trap?
Haha. We're so far into this game, and now you decide to blame me?
We blamed you for a lot of things, actually.
That's true.
Stop wasting time. Stop wasting energy. You really think your little trick is gonna work?
Shut up, you.
Shut up, you. You got it, boss. Shutting up now.
Anyway, Kyoko, you actually did have a reason to kill her. Huh? She did? She thought Makoto was the ultimate despair. In other words, the mastermind behind everything. So she killed her trying to put a stop to all this. Isn't that right, Kyoko? But you made one catastrophic mistake. Makoto wasn't the mastermind at all. And as a result, we were forced into another trial, something I'm sure you weren't expecting at all.
So that was her motive?
Oh, she had a motive and no alibi. Well, then, I think it's pretty clear Kyoko's gotta be the culprit.
I'm not the only one without an alibi. Makoto's explanation is
shit.
still insufficient.
Ooh.
Huh?
I think you're right, Jeff. I think this is going to come down to a choice between him and her.
Yeah.
The
Yikes.
sprinklers didn't get the body wet, but that doesn't mean the murder happened when he said it did.
What are you...
Because you see, there was a way the body could have avoided getting wet.
Interesting. I'm listening.
All it would take is covering the body with a certain something to keep it from getting wet.
Certain something at the scene that was used to cover the body. Could it be...
Fake nails?
Yeah.
Wait, should
it be the
I
bomb?
present some evidence
The chicken.
that will make me in more
Make
trouble?
me guilty? Oh, you're talking about the tarp I used to cover the body? Got it.
That's weird, yeah.
You're talking about the tarp, aren't you?
You catch on quick.
For once.
You're right. All you'd have to do is cover the body with the tarp and that'd take care of the water. In fact, that's exactly what the killer did. The dirt pattern on the tarp could attest to that. Only one side of the tarp got dirty, because that's the side that got covered in water. The side that faced over the body, meanwhile, kept perfectly clean. This proves the killer used the tarp to keep the body from getting soaked.
Why would they go to all that effort just to keep the body from getting wet?
Most likely, so that they could cloud the issue of when the murder actually took place. In other words, to create an excuse exactly like the one Makoto just gave us. Jeff, don't laugh at my word flub.
That's wrong. Exclusive isn't a word. Why would Kyoko say that? Why would she want to make me look like the killer? No, I can't think about that right now.
I'm more important than you, Makoto.
That tarp. It was used the way Kyoko said. The tarp must have touched the body, right?
It's weird that she's trying to frame us, by the way, because if we're, if everyone accuses us of being the murderer, everyone will
everyone
die.
dies.
Dies.
I guess she's just concerned with her.
Wait, except for her.
Except
She
for
would try
her.
to
She's
get
just
out.
personally trying to solve the mystery.
Never mind. I take it back. It makes
Yeah.
sense.
But the body, maybe she's got a super ulterior plan.
Maybe.
Wait, something's not right.
She's like, come back into the wall with me.
Yeah.
And what might that be?
I can't worry about Kyoko's motivations. If I don't do something, everyone's going to think I'm the killer. I have to refute what Kyoko said.
No, you don't. No, you don't.
All right, do we get body before explosion? Because it was bloody.
Okay.
By covering the body with the tarp, the killer prevented it from getting wet.
So the reason the tarp was only dirty on one side is because the sprinkler got that side wet.
Yep, not right on. But the underside of the tarp, it was totally spotless, right?
It's because that side was protected from the water since it was facing downward toward the body. Of course it didn't get dirty.
Is that the contradiction? Or is it the facing down of the body? Remember, the blood on the body hadn't dried yet. Yaki even warned us not to touch it to avoid getting any blood on us. So which of Hiro's statements is the contradiction?
We have to pull it?
No. Body before the explosion is definitely the bullet. It's just I don't know if it contradicts. If it contradicts.
Didn't get dirty?
Didn't get dirty, yeah. Boom!
Yeah,
Yeah,
nice.
all right. That's wrong again, Hiro.
What? Come
You've
on.
never said a right thing.
Not even one time.
What?
Actually, one side being clean is pretty strange if you think about it.
Where's the chicken, guys?
Oh God, yes! Please let that be the key to this case. Because the body wasn't dry before the blood wasn't dry before the body got blown up, right? Byakuya said it himself, not to touch it or you might get some on you. You put a tarp on a body in that state, it absolutely would have gotten blood on it.
Well, maybe the culprit washed it so nobody would know they used it.
If they had, they would have washed both sides. Just washing one side wouldn't hide anything.
Oh, yeah, true. Okay.
More than that, what if the very blood we saw in the body was meant as a kind of camouflage?
Huh? The blood was camouflage?
What if, after the killer used the tarp to avoid the sprinklers, they then covered the body in blood that didn't belong to the victim?
You mean someone else's blood? Where would they get something like that? There's like tons of blood in the nurse's office.
Yeah.
I know. They could have grabbed some of the blood packs from the nurse's office.
Holy shit, Hiro, you motherfucking genius.
I noticed. That's what Hifumi did, right? When he pretended to be dead?
Oh my God, I'm getting to the point where like I'm tired and I misread that as when he penetrated the dead.
No!
Like, what?
Different game.
No, that's not what happened this time. The killer got the blood from right in the garden.
The chicken!
Oh my God, which must mean
No!
the missing chicken.
Chicken blood. No.
I just blew out the mic. I'm sorry, but I'm upset.
That's it. Chicken coop.
Yeah.
Chicken blood.
Got it.
Oh no.
Could it have been chicken blood?
Chicken blood! Chicken blood!
When I
She's
checked the
lost it.
chicken coop before the murder, there were 5 chickens.
They're standing in the exact same position.
But after the murder, there were only 4.
Chicken blood!
So you're saying someone killed a chicken and then covered the body with its blood? Man, that's messed up.
Hina, calm down. It's alright, you were so happy about eating them anyway.
Killing a living thing just to do something like that is awful! They should have at least eaten it! Like a donut!
I wonder if the killer had to get the blood from the scene so they wouldn't be spotted walking around. Anyway, there's no denying that a chicken went missing, which provides a basis for my theory.
Perhaps, but even so, there's one thing that still doesn't make sense. You said the culprit used the tarp to avoid the water, and then covered the body in blood, right? But if that's the case, then the blood should have soaked into the ground around the body. But that's not what we saw. Only the victim's clothing had blood on it. The ground was completely clean.
Also, we've never addressed that jacket is just draped over the top of the body.
Yeah, I mean, I honestly think that's just an art mistake. I think it actually is like the jacket they were wearing. It's just drawn in a weird way.
No, I disagree because it's drawn weird on one arm, but the other arm, it's like actively folded over.
Maybe.
It's definitely not a mistake. I think that's going to come up in like the alibi section.
You think so?
Yeah.
Okay, maybe.
I have to agree, that certainly is strange. Maybe they didn't apply the blood at the scene. Maybe they covered the coat in blood beforehand.
Oh yeah, maybe this is it. They draped it over.
I'm
Covered
a
it beforehand?
psychic.
When you discovered the body, was it wearing the coat like you normally would?
Jesus. You're right on the money.
Wow.
I think so. I thought it was an art mistake.
That's
See?
backwards.
You're
See
right.
the sleeve?
Wait, no. The head was through the neck hole, but the arms weren't in the sleeves.
Oh, the head was in the neck hole?
Yeah.
Weird.
Yeah.
Then that settles it.
Sorry, I'm having a tough time keeping up. What settles what?
Here's what happened. The murder took place before the sprinklers went off. But the body didn't get wet because the killer covered it with a tarp. Then, later, at the same time the killer was gathering up the tarp, at the same time the killer was gathering up the tarp, they pulled the coat over the body, the coat they'd already covered in blood. This series of cover-ups was meant to disguise the actual time the murder occurred.
Now, does Makoto seem like the kind of guy with the brain power to pull that off?
That's what I'm trying to argue, so shut up, Jeff. They wanted us to think the murder happened sometime after the sprinklers had gone off at 7:30.
Huh. I'll have to think of a good way to counter that.
When we come back.
When we come back,
Oh.
Makoto fights for his life.
Against me.